project working with some younger people and some older people, and they're working together to explore what they love about their favourite tracks. So they've spent the last 3 weeks gathering together the tracks, listening together and talking to each other.
So in the first session we were just looking at a song, but then we were talking, just going into depth about what songs and music sort of do to people, where people first heard songs.
We've been looking at all sorts of music, reggae, blues, pop.
So far we've covered quite a lot in the first 2 weeks. We've learned to use this equipment, which is a portable radio station. It's called a Myriad. More important than that, I think, because we've been talking about music that we remember from a long time ago, music that triggers memories, we found out more about each other. Because we're talking about tracks we last listened to maybe 30 or 40 years ago. And so we're sharing part of our personal history as well. And that's been immensely valuable.
We would share where we heard a particular song, a particular music for the first time, what memories it generates to us. And I think we are realizing that music, does generate a lot of memories. Yeah, because you always remember where you heard that first song in the 70s when we went out on a Friday for a meal after work in the Greek restaurants. They would be playing Demis Roussos. Every time I hear Demis Roussos, I remember that.
We started learning how to make jingles.
We love your parallel, and that's no lie.
And you cut loops and beats out of tracks, remove the voice, and how you overlay jingles.
By parallel will stick by you.
In preparation for producing their own radio show, participants at this workshop have gone out into the community to do their own research about what music people like.
We went out and did some vox pops. We're just speaking to members of the public, and it was really interesting to hear about why people listen to the kind of music they do. A lot of people answering questions about, because it was their parents and stuff like that.
There's also been experienced DJs on hand to offer advice.
What advice would you give to a young person now who's starting out as a DJ?
My advice is to always DJ for the audience or the people who are listening to you, whether it be on the radio or in clubs.
And through songs, some shared their stories.
I don't care where I walk, so long I walk in Jesus' name. Good afternoon, good morning. My name is Pauline Brown. I live in the East London area, which is Hackney. I was on my way traveling to the Caribbean sometime in the early 90s. We had just a big disaster on board. We had to sort of land in the field. We had to get off that plane rapidly. When I say rapidly, I mean rapidly. We don't look back. Don't pick our bags. We don't know if it's gonna blow up or what. We have to run for our lives. It was a nightmare for me. When I came back to England, I was eating. It all came into my head. I said, you know what? I'm gonna write it down. I don't care where I sleep, so long I sleep in Jesus' name.
It's my first time visiting this project, and I tell you, it is one of the most worthwhile projects that I've been to. It brings out community participation and people that will meet each other and pass a stranger in the streets, come together and have so much to exchange. It is beautiful, it is wonderful.
Wicked. That's part of the reason I actually signed up when I saw somebody tweeting about it, and then when I saw it was for over 55, I was like, yeah, definitely.
If you like the Parallel Radio, you can dance and have some good fun. You can boogie down to the music with the Parallel Radio Show. Parallel Radio. Parallel Radio. If you want to know more about us, just join in this radio show.
Hackney has got something and it should be going more places within the barrel. I will be back.